It's connected. We're looking good. We're looking good. I want to make sure that everyone's there, though, because sometimes it says it's live, but it tricks you. It's not really live. So let's make sure here before we hit it. Okay, it works. Someone's up there. I see ya. Yo, guys, here we go. New format, right? So it is now 5:30 on Wednesday. We're going to do it every Wednesday at 5:30. It's called Living on Purpose, and we're changing the format where I'm no longer in a room sitting alone somewhere. Now we're inviting everybody out. You can join the show. It's going to be Facebook Live, but it can also be live. Yo, guys, I see you, Amber. You got energy, Amber. Yo, Michelle, I see you. I see you guys. What's happening? Kimberly. So Connor's in the back here. What's happening, Connor, dude? Connor's going to be standing here. What, next week? Next week, right? You're going to do it? so the way we're going to do this, yo, hi, Arlene. Man, I just got chills. Holy cow. Great stuff. We've been working in the sun all day. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Elaine, I see you. So the new format is it's going to be a live presentation, Facebook Live, 5:30 every Wednesday, but I won't be the only presenter anymore. We're going to pull some other people in on this. You know, life is about living outside of your comfort zone. Most people just live in their comfort zone, and they stay there their whole life, and they live and die, and no one ever knows. That stinks. We don't want to live like that. You know, I've been saying that to Tiff lately. I meet someone, and it's like they are not living anywhere near their potential. And I said to Tiff, I go, it stinks, because they live and die, and no one's going to know. Have an impact. Like, why are we here? Why are we born? What's your purpose in life? What's it all about? Most people spend more time at work than they do working on themselves. That's craziness. Most people spend more time doing like their taxes than they do setting life goals. That's crazy. You work harder for the government than you do yourself. I mean, but the problem is no one forces us to do this. That's the problem of it. Anyone can live a life that they want to in the United States. You could be a loser if you want, or you can be a superstar if you want. The choice is yours. And the problem is we manage our own time. No one can manage your time but you, right? No one can really truly say, you do this now. You can go, no, I'm just going to lay here. And the trouble is, humanity, we kind of spiral downward. So it takes us every day going, today, I'm going to master the day. I'm going to become the most successful person today. So when I go to bed at night, I'm going to go, I could not get another inch out of the day. I couldn't squeeze anything more out of it. I know, Zach, you do. That when you're bottling wine, I mean, I see you. You're hustling. You're moving. We're going fast. We're not hanging out. You know, right? I mean, it's the truth, guys. I mean, I love you guys. Holy cow. You know, Blue Ridge is full of these people. It's because like attracts like, you know? And I keep getting goosebumps, guys. You see it? So today's talk is about seizing the moment of life. And when I say seizing the moment, I don't mean seizing the moment right here, right now. But your time span on this earth is very short. It's shorter than you think. And one day you won't have tomorrow. So today's the day. So seize the day of your life. Seize your life now, because life, there's no do-overs. You know, there is no do-overs. Time's the currency of your life. Once it's spent, it's spent. You can't, it's not like money, right? You can always just save up more money and spend it again, then make more and spend it again, and who cares? But with time, you spend today, it's over. You lost it forever. I hate days that I lose. I hate days where I go, darn it. I wasted my day because I did something that had no impact, no longer long-term impact on the world. I hate those days. You only get to live once. Today is your day. You don't have as much time as you think. I say the key to life is being bold. Being bold. Do what you fear. Right, Jay? Right? You know, right? You know, I was saying, like, we need to get everyone up here on stage to talk, because do you know that public speaking is the #1 feared thing in the world? It's above dying. Do you know that? I'm not kidding. It's ranked above dying. So imagine if you could be the one that goes, you know what? I am going to face my fears, because the moment you face it, the fear of death is imminent. The death of fear is imminent, and just like that, your life will open up. Because now, if I can conquer that, everything else is easy. You know, throughout my life, the biggest question that I've always gotten throughout my life is the question of people go, Randy, what's up, man? Why do you have so much energy? You guys, like, I hear people say behind my back, they're like, what's up with that guy? They go, what is he on? I'm like, nothing, you know? I'm always like this, you know? I've always been bouncing off the walls throughout my life. If you knew me when I was 12, same way. I think people have demeanors. Yeah, I don't need the notes. People have demeanors, you know what I mean? And I was bent with a demeanor that's kind of like jumpy, you know, bouncing around. If you met my younger brother, Britton, he's a little bit more laid back and calm, right? You know Britt. But, you know, everyone has gifts that were given to them, and there's been studies that have been shown that one person out of 2,000 people has a skill set that those 2,000 people do not have. How can you use that to your advantage to add value to the world, right? So throughout my life, I'm thinking, all right, I got this bounce off the wall personality. I'm pretty motivated naturally. I don't need to search for it. And where does it come from? It all comes from being raised by a single mom that had extreme hope for her kids. There's only two motivators in life, you know that? There's only two. The only thing that will ever motivate you is necessity or desire. If you don't have one of the two, good luck. You're not doing anything. And most people are motivated out of necessity. They have to do it, or else you got to go to work to get the money to pay your bills, right? And they just live in this rat race their whole life and they die. It's like, darn, you missed it. If you can take care of the necessities, so that's all done, then you can jump into the desire world of what do I really want to be in my life? That's when motivation really starts. That's when it really kicks to a level. So how do you do that? You do it by doing the things that most people don't want to do. I mean, not many people want to get up in the morning and do things that make their life better. They don't want to get up and go to work. They don't want to maximize their day. They don't want to come home and then continue to do work on their dreams. Because sometimes you have to do things that you just have to do. You got to go to work, and sometimes you have a job that you just don't like. Well, too bad. Sometimes we got to do that. But then when I go home, I'm working on my dreams. I'm doing the things that I want to do. I'm not going home and turn the TV on and wasting my night. Because if you do one thing every day that moves your life in the direction that you want to go, one day you'll end up there. That's just the way life works, right? So young guy, right? I'm 7, 8, 9 years old. People are going, what's up, Randy? You're bouncing off the walls, right? I never had an answer throughout my life. I'm always like, I don't know. I've always been like this, like I've always been excited. It all comes down to the word hope, doesn't it? Hope. Hope is your activator. Hope causes every single thing you do. I would say that no one in the world will ever take any action without some form of hope. You all agree with this. I mean, you've heard me talk about this over and over. You'll never come to work if you didn't want to find meaning and purpose and a paycheck. If you didn't think you'd get it, you wouldn't even come here, right? No one would stay in a relationship without hope in the future. You would move on fast, right? If you get up in the morning, you turn the handle of your shower, you hope water comes out, right? Every single thing we do is rooted in hope. So since hope is the activator in your life, if there's hope in your future, right, there's going to be power in your present. This is John Maxwell. Man, if you haven't listened to him, listen to all John Maxwell, right? So growing up, my mom had me in ski racing, right? Shawnee Mountain. My mom would drop me off at 7. I'd ski till 10 o'clock at night because mom needed a babysitter place to put us every day. I got good at it, got to race the World Cup, right? So now I give talks to young ski racers. Us as adults, we understand that you can have hope and lose hope, right? We get this. You ever told a dream to someone, they rip you down? They go, you're going to do that? You've never done anything like that in your life. What makes you think you could do that? You have no education doing that. Do you know how many people told me that I can never start a podcast? Surprising, right? Be careful. Someone's opinion of you doesn't need to be your reality, right? So we get it. If you tell a big dream to someone and they go, no, you can't do that, some people live their life based upon other people's opinion of them. So young kids, they don't have that going on. I was giving a talk one time to a group of ski racers, and this young boy, 8-year-old boy, he raises his hand and goes, Mr. Dietrich, how could you lose hope? I thought, oh my God, these kids haven't lost it. These kids don't even understand how you can lose hope. In other words, the world hasn't touched them. And it finally occurred to me that day that people don't beat up the dreams of 8-year-olds. People beat up the dreams of 21-year-olds and 15-year-olds and 35-year-olds. No one's so mean to beat up a dream of an 8-year-old. They just let them dream, right? So I finally have the answer to the whole question. Because if life is all about having hope in your future, it gives you power in the present, you know what the key to life is? Stay the 8-year-old. Isn't it? And don't let the world beat you up into that adult. How many adults do you know that are down and out and their life is over? They're just waiting to die. I go, they're just the walking dead. They're walking around, nothing's going on. They're waiting for it to be over. It's so bizarre. Stay the 8-year-old. That's the key. Keep the enthusiasm. They say that ships will only sink because water on the outside gets on the inside. You know why people sink? Because negativity on the outside gets on the inside. Anything happening out there has nothing to do with me. It bounces off me like it never happened. And any challenge coming at me, it's not a problem, by the way. I've said this before. We have no problems at Blue Ridge Winery. Everything's a challenge because nobody likes problems, but everyone loves a challenge. And the bigger the challenge, the bigger the person that needs to solve it. So I want to solve big problems so I can grow up, right? This is what we should be striving for in life. Guys, you make Blue Ridge happen, guys. If you solve can I turn the camera around real quick? Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Dun, dun, dun. These guys make it happen, right here. I love y'all, right? I love y'all. My God. So what do you think? You got any questions? Anything to add or take away? So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to change this format up. You're going to find us here every Wednesday, 5:30, and there's going to be a new speaker. It's going to go someone else, then back to me, then someone else, and back to me, and it's going to go round and round, and we're going to see if we can add value to the world. I've already found another one, Robert Probachera. He's going to be here after, it's going to go Connor, then me, then back to Robert. It's going to rock. His talk is all about marriage. And my God, it's true. He says, marriage is the nucleus of the world. Great marriage, great family, great community, great state, great nation. It's true, right? What do you think, guys? Anything to add or take away? What do you got? Come on, throw anything out there. What do you got, Connor?
So what would you say to someone that is ruining your dreams or is like dampering down?
Oh, that's a great one. What would you? His question is this: what would you say to someone that's trying to destroy your dreams, or is trying to say you can't do that? Are you kidding me? That you're going to do it? And sometimes lack of words hurt the most. You'll go, hey, you know what I'm going to do? And you tell them, they'll go, you know what I mean? They walk away, and you see the disapproval. That hurts, doesn't it? Be so excited when that happens. I'd be so excited. Because the moment that's happening, you are now living your life outside of the realm of other people's ideas. You know what my mom's advice was? My mom said, don't ever tell a big dream to a small-minded person. Because they only have two choices. If you are someone that's going to accomplish big things in life, you're going to have people that hate you. You're going to have people that just tear you down. Do you know that I get hate mail in the mail? You know this? Oh, I get hate mail. I get some of the nastiest emails you ever could imagine. Physical mail. People mail me letters, hate mail. I remember getting it. At first, I was devastated. I'm like, oh my God, they really hate me. They hate everything I stand for. They hate the positive, the good, the clean, the pure, the excitement. Negative people, they want to be negative, and they want you to join them. That's the way it works. So if you tell someone a big dream, and they don't have the mindset that you have, they only have two choices. Tear your dream down or kick their life up. Because the problem is this. Every single person in the world has to rationalize their own existence. We do it every moment of our life. Otherwise, you couldn't live with yourself. Isn't it true? You have to rationalize who you are. I got to be okay with myself. Because if I'm not, I'm a mess. So we rationalize stuff. Why didn't you succeed? Well, because of this and that, and it was raining and this and that, and that's why I didn't do it. Okay, I'm good. I can go to bed now. Those aren't successful people. The person that says, why didn't you succeed? They go, because I chose not to. Because I chose to fail today, and tomorrow I will do better. If you can't change something that you don't understand. You know what I mean? So we can never go forward unless we understand where we are. And that's the whole key to the whole darn thing. You know that ancient Chinese saying, know yourself. You can't improve on something you don't understand. A lot of people don't even know what motivates them. Too many people are so afraid to say that money motivates them. Guess what? When I was really young, money motivated me. Like money was my biggest motivator in life. I wanted to make money more than anything because we were so poor. We lived in a women's shelter. We were that poor, and I wanted to make money. I wanted to make hundreds of millions of dollars. It's all I worked towards. So and guess what? 10th grade, $79,000 was my income. Work hard. You can accomplish anything you want. What do you got?
How did you develop, or not say develop? Did you always want to have a winery, or
no?
How did you get
in the wine world, right? Okay, so that's a great question. The question is this: how do we open the winery? How do we get in the wine world? So in life and in business, do two things. Well, live by this sentence: do what you can with what you have right where you are, and that's it. Do what you can with the tools you have in life, right where you are in life, and then just continue to expand it, and it'll naturally expand. A lot of people over leverage, in my opinion. They way over leverage. They go into debt huge. They jump way too hard. They take bad advice. Don't ever take advice from someone more messed up than you. I mean, that's just simple, isn't it? How many people do that? You know what I mean? Right? I mean, have you ever seen someone do that?
my friends, they fucked up.
I mean, what the heck? I mean, I've seen people asking marriage advice to someone that's been divorced like 7 times. I'm like, right? I mean, Zig Ziglar goes, man, that lady's got more. That lady has, what she has? She has rice scars on her face. She's been married so many times, It's like, she's giving marriage advice, But I mean, it's true. Don't ever take advice from someone that's more messed up than you are. If they're ahead of where you are, then yeah, talk to them. You can really do anything you want in life. If you find someone that did what that you want to do what they did and you'll do what they do. It's that simple. And in life, if you do what you can with what you have right where you are, you'll have peace of mind. Tiff and I have peace of mind. We are not over leveraged in any way. Oh my God. Everything you see, we own. There's no outside investors. So here it is. So basically, I bought the property years ago. See the farm in the valley down there? That's the Nordmeyers. And what I did was back when I was really young, to make money, I used to do, first I did real estate timeshare sales. Then I did real estate sales. And I learned that if I send little handwritten letters to people saying, my name is Randy, I'd like to buy your property. If you have any interest in selling, please call me. So I would mail out 100 letters every night at midnight. Every night. I would have 100 letters handwritten out, right? And then I would mail them out the next day. My return rate was 3%, because life's a numbers game. I don't care what game you're in. It's always a numbers game. So I mail out 100, get 3 phone calls. Of the 3 phone calls, I'd purchase 1. I did that for 2 or 3 years. There was a time where I had a closing every single week. Every week I was buying a property and selling a property. It got to a point where I didn't even go to closings anymore. Dick James, my attorney, would go to the closings, and he would do the closing for me. So that led, and you know what the key to that was? Knowing septic systems. You can learn anything you want. There's no barriers in the outside world. It's all in your head. The whole key to making money with property is understanding a septic system. I can design any septic system you want. I mean, anyone. I mean, I can do the most complex A/B system, a drip system, all these different systems, because that was the key to getting properties approved. Because once I can get a septic on it, boom, it's buildable. I buy it at 30 and I sell it at 60. So round and round we go. Then what happened was I thought, all right, I want to buy a big piece of land. So I started sending out my little handwritten letters to all the farmers in the valley. Sure enough, the Nordmeyers call me back and they go, hey, we have a piece of land. Would you like to see it? Sure. We drive up here. We drive around the field. There was nothing here. It was just all corn and soybeans. Nothing. Not even a driveway. And we drive up here and they go, yeah, we think you should build right about here. We cut the deal. We go, yep, we'll buy it. Let's do it. The property was never listed on the market. Bought the property. Then about 4 years later, I saved up enough money to build a house. Back then, proud to say, I built my house with cash. Neat, right? Pretty neat, right? You can do anything you want. You know, I say do what you can with what you have right where you are. Don't over leverage. Don't ever put yourself in a spot where you can't sleep at night. That's no fun. We live our life to enjoy our life. If you're living your life that life becomes a nightmare, look at your life, right? Yeah, I live right there. Yeah. So then what happened was I used to be in the medical business, and I sold medical equipment for years. And you remember Star Medical Equipment in Stroudsburg? So that was a medical business my wife and I started in 2008. And then when the Affordable Health Care Act began to kick in, it was going to change the whole medical world. So my wife and I sold the medical business and built the building. And that was a time where we truly jumped, because we literally had 800 grand or so to basically build the building, because we didn't want to borrow much doing it, and we did it. We spent all of our money down to zero. Then we had to borrow another like 800 grand to get everything finished, because we were in too deep. You can't go back at that point, right? So then we got it all finished, and then here we are 6 years later. And today, Blue Ridge is the most healthy financial company on the planet, I would say. It's that good. I mean, the company, Blue Ridge now, my gosh, we have the bed and breakfast. We got the pizza business, right? We got the winery. I mean, what's next? And we're only 6, imagine. Do what you can with what you have right where you are. Everyone has the tools right now to do anything you want. Just start little. Every single day for about 5 years, I would come home from work for Star Medical, and I would do one thing to push the wine business further ahead. If that meant I got home at midnight from seeing patients in Philadelphia, I would come home, walk on the vineyard, clip one vine, and walk back in and go to bed. I did one thing, even if it was so insignificant, but it kept momentum. Life is about momentum. If you lose momentum, guess what? You're laid on the couch, and you lose hope, and everything falls apart. You know? What else? What else, guys? Anything else? This is a fun format, guys. I'm loving y'all. Thanks for being here. Is there anything else jumping out to you? Any other life questions? Business stuff?
Do you want me to ask another question?
Yeah, what do you got?
How long does it take for your underground wine
There you go. The underground wine. I love that.
to serve us consumers?
Sure. So the underground wine, right now, we're digging out the underground wine. It's buried over here. See that pile of dirt? See that where it kind of goes up? It's all rocky? That's where it's buried. We bury the wine around Halloween. It's appropriate, right? And then we dig it up on 4th of July. So this coming Saturday, you're going to find me on the excavator over here. I'm going to dig the whole thing out of the ground. It's huge. Oh, my God. It's like you could put a house in the hole. It's so big. And we'll dig the barrels out of the ground. The wine has already been aged fairly appropriately. Like it was fairly decent going in, but coming out, holy cow. So what will happen is we'll get those barrels out of the ground. We're going to take 3 of them and open them up, and we're going to taste them right over here on this patio. And it's pretty cool because we'll taste the wine right from the barrel. What ages wine is not time. Everyone thinks time passing ages wine. I would argue time is a variable, but it's not the most important one, because if I take a bottle of wine and open it up and pour it into a pitcher, within about a week later it's going to smell bad, right? So it's not time. It's all the variables. So like light isn't good for wine. Have you ever noticed every dry red wine you buy, it's in a dark bottle so light can't touch it? That's why. Oxygen destroys wine. That's why we keep oxygen away from it. Change the temperatures aren't good for wine, right? Movement isn't good for wine, like shaking it. So when you go 8 feet down under the ground, everything stops. There's no light, no sound, no oxygen, no movement, no change of temperatures. It's steady on every level. There's 550 different unique elements in a glass of wine. And when you go that far beneath the earth, everything can come together better in ways that it can above ground. It's the most silky, smooth wine. We're going to bottle it that day. On Saturday, this is our bottling team. We're basically bringing the barrels in. We're going to pump it out and put it right in the bottle. And the bottles will be available for sale right away. Fun, right? So, thanks, guys. This is a fun start. So next week, Connor's up. Connor, dude, you have a topic yet? Anything? What do you got? Not yet? Preparation. Oh, that's a good one. Preparation. Wow, I like that. Wow, you're going to use the sentence, aren't you? You are prepared. I'll let Connor tell you the sentence. Right? I love y'all. Thank you for being here. Oh my God, the vineyards are looking so gorgeous. There's baby grapes up out there. Thanks for being here, y'all. Thank you for making my life possible. Thank you for making Blue Ridge possible. All these guys' life possible, right? And thank you for making my family's life possible. God, today's my anniversary, y'all. Right? Bye, guys. See y'all. Thanks. I love the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, everyone. See you soon.